Madeira, Manchester, Madrid, Turin, and Manchester again, wreathed in red, to this great gallery of the game, a walking work of art, vintage, beyond valuation, beyond forgery or imitation. 18 years since that trembling teenager of touch and tease first tiptoed onto this story stage. Now in his immaculate maturity, CR7 reunited. Peter Dewey's introduction to CR7's return to Old Trafford. That was a very marvelous return and a wonderful intro to welcome one of the greatest players of all time last week as he returned to the Premier League. You are all welcome. Good morning to you all. You are all welcome to Adinkra TV's Let's Talk Sports show. With me, your host, Raymond Nketia, with my special guest today, Sam Kwashi. Sam, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm feeling so good.
I can see. Ronaldo has finally returned to Manchester. How did you see his return? He has been, I think, for the past 3 weeks, every football story has to have something concerning Ronaldo.
Well, just to be a little bit biased, Romelu Lukaku too has returned to the bridge. So please, let's not forget that our replacement of King Drogba is back. Oh yes, I think it's a good move. We all saw it coming one day or another, but we didn't know exactly when.
Sure.
So the move was not what we expected to happen this summer.
Okay.
But we knew that definitely he would come back. So I think his coming back has brought a lot of hype and talk around the Premier League and against Manchester United's chance of winning the Premier League.
The Premier League.
Or winning the title.
Sure.
But then, for what we have seen so far, I have some concerns.
You have some concerns?
Especially what I saw at the Champions League.
Oh, me, even before Ronaldo kicked his ball, I was really happy for Ronaldo because he was my fantasy team. He was my captain. So I was really happy for his return, looking forward to his return. But I said it before he kicked the ball that Ronaldo is not the solution to Man U's problem. Though he will give them an upper hand and push them into the title race, I still feel that they will miss out at the final lap. So that is me. I know the Man U fans will say this gentleman always is against me, the Man U fans. Please, you yourself, you know. And I'm sure whatever happened on Wednesday, just giving them a gentle reminder that some of us, when we speak, it's not that we are biased against Man U, but we are just trying to be analytical. In fact, I'll be happy if Man U are able to win, so that they can make some people keep quiet in England there.
What trophy will they win?
I don't know. It's up only to determine. But the good thing about Ronaldo coming to Manchester United is he's going to bring the winning mentality into them. Before Ronaldo came, he played against a game in Portugal and he scored a brace. Now, what happened was that I think he scored the equalizer in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
Normally people will be jubilating and happy. No. He took the ball. Let's go and what? Let's go for the kickoff and let's return. And then it just shows the winning. And then he was able to grab the winner. And then he had to remove the shirt. CR7, he had to do the sweet celebration as well. So I'm sure it's going to push the raise the spirit of the camp as well. But it might not be so much enough to push them as front runners.
I think Man United's problem is a bit complicated. At the point, it looks like they didn't have the quality on the bench. In the Europa final, that's what. But now it's looking more of a coaching problem. I don't think it's mentality. So there's a lot to discuss about Man United. Yes, but I think let's give you more time to study what's going on. It's too early because of one Champions League.
No, the fact is he's going to have an effect on the Man U team.
Yes.
He's going to raise the level of the team.
He's going to strike fair to the opponent because now you definitely
have to. Yes. Greenwood. So now it will even make Bruno Fernandes more effective because your eye is on Ronaldo. You shot the place and then
it can go two ways.
Yes.
Well, if they focus all on Ronaldo, people feel like he must bear the responsibility.
Then the others doesn't show up. The others will have to lift up their game as well. So
let's give him more time and see how it goes. But I think for me, the main issue is the in-game management of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
That is the point I've been saying all this while.
He always seems to get something wrong.
You see,
I think that's what will go against them. But aside that, he doesn't know when to make a change, which time to make a change, I think he has an issue.
You see, when it comes to coaching, I say I am an analyst. I like to analyze stuff. I'm not good in coaching. I've had some experiences in coaching, fun games, about 3 or 4, and I was like standing there like, no. To be a coach and watch the game all on the field at the touchline and be able to make all those moves, that is not a very easy thing to do. So Ole might have been the one who gave them the treble in 1999. But that does not necessarily mean that he's going to give them a treble in the 21st century.
But I think his backroom staff is not helping them. I'm not seeing the touch of the people around him. Yes. I don't really feel.
So I also think that if they can get some of they can upgrade his backroom staff, which can also help.
I think maybe that
help as well because
decision making sometimes
is a bit questionable.
Yes.
You know what? One thing somebody said, one of my friends, I think Jonathan Appiah, he's a Man U fan. He said one of the worst mistakes that David Moyes did in replacing Sir Alex Ferguson was to come with his own backroom staff. He rather should have kept Ferguson's backroom staff and have a few of it, and then just bring 1 or 2 people. Producer, please let us enjoy Cyril's picture. I want to see Cyril's picture. Welcome to. And I hear Man U's sales value of their stocks has.
I think it increased by 4%.
That's very and
that's about $200 million.
That's serious.
That's a week.
just a week, and then the jersey sales, everything, and in fact,
he's an institution on his own.
I need to comment. I actually want to comment Ed Woodward for making that move because we all know that it was likely he was going to go to Man City.
Yes.
And when they heard it, it was like, no.
We can't allow that to happen.
No. We can't allow this to happen. Because I think 3 years ago, when he was about to move to Juve, the possibility was that he would come to Man U, but Man U were not ready then. So this one, they didn't want the opportunity to slip around him.
And he's very old.
He's great, but no.
But if he passes anywhere else before coming, he'll be coming there at 38, 39. I don't think that would be. He may come as assistant coach.
But what do you make of his performance on Saturday?
Oh, it was a very good performance. As for that one, he really, and I think if I heard right, there were reports that he himself was a little bit scared and skeptical.
Nervous. It's a natural.
So he just didn't appreciate the fact if Cyril could be nervous, that means that he knew that it's a bit 50-50.
It's a bit.
But I think once again, his class, his personality, his skill set, his mentality, showed up, and I think he has for them.
He is now in his immaculate maturity. Now he's matured. Now he doesn't need to dribble players. All he needs is the finishing.
But he should be a good team player.
Oh, for sure. But
you should find a way of encouraging those around him to go for the goal.
Oh, yes.
Because
he does more of that at training. So now bit by bit he's going to. In fact, some comments from the Man U guys is that they're actually happy that Ronaldo is back, because it's going to help in the development of Rashford and then Greenwood. Though some of the antagonists are saying that because Ronaldo is there, it will not give the chances for them. But rather, it will help because they will have somebody to look up to who can give them tips as to how to
what to do. We should see that communication in the match. Because imagine maybe a free kick or a ball is coming, then Cyril is encouraging Mason that go for the ball, or he's telling Rashford that
if the free kick is coming, if the shot is coming, by the time the ball is coming, you are
or maybe a shot. Then maybe imagine Cyril shouting at you, play the ball, play the ball.
Okay.
But I don't think he'll be doing that.
I'm sure when Greenwood shot that Ronaldo scored, he saw Ronaldo moving and then he had to shoot it.
But he should encourage them. I think you should see it in the match.
I'm sure this was a debut, so he had to take his time and then
manage. So let's see how Cyril would. I think you should really communicate.
Sure.
Encourage them in the match. Imagine Cyril is there, instead of him shouting for you to pass him the ball, he's telling you go. I think it will boost the
really help
of the players.
Well.
So let's hope and see how it will go.
Okay.
Enough the beginning.
Enough of CR7. I know when the Messi guys hear us talking about CR7, they always get very disturbed as well. But as we are talking about such very good news, over the week on Monday, we heard that our coach.
But you say good news?
No, I said enough of the good news. So this is more too much of it. But in fact, Ghanaians have taken it a bit as a good news person. But on Monday evening, I think I was preparing to go to church, and then all I heard was that, CK Akono is no more the Black Star coach. I think this has been one of the swiftest sacking.
Without any rumor.
Yes, without any rumor. Because normally you would hear that
some smoke.
Yes, and I think they picked on the public outcry of how Ghana's disappointing performance against South Africa and
against lower teams. The only matches we won against teams that are their FIFA ranking is
way. Some were saying we should give him more time, but somebody said we have given him 10 matches and we haven't seen any clear footprint of him. That is not to say that TK is not a good coach per se, but his level, he wasn't well prepared for the time matches, and I think it's a bold decision by the FA to sack him now. The point is give him more time and let's see. But we have two World Cup qualifiers in October.
And we don't have.
Don't worry. Two, and then I think in November we have the remaining two. So we'll finish the 6th, and then AFCON in January, February. Then we'll play the playoffs. Now the point is, if we kept CK, most likely we wouldn't be getting the results we need. And our AFCON I told you when we did the AFCON discussion when the draw came, I told you were like, why per se. So the point is, if CK goes, normally when you have an interim coach, most of the time the interim coach are able to grind the results for you in the process that they are looking for. And the good thing for us is that I think you are facing Zimbabwe. Yes, they too have sacked their coach. So it's more like
I think it's a double header.
Yes, it's a double header. So we play home and away. So in that period of time, we are almost the same. So I think it's the whoever coach will be taken as an interim coach will surely be able to grind and get a 6 points against Zimbabwe. Nothing less than at least 4 points might be manageable per se. But I think that. Sometimes you need to cut your losses and then move forward.
Well, I think for CK, I think he shot himself in the foot.
Okay.
That's why you don't hear people sympathizing with him. It's just less than 0.1% of Ghanaians who are sympathizing. Because when there were suspicions that the GFA was involved in player selection and calling other players, he denied it. Even though in some instances he clearly stated that he didn't call these players.
Yes.
So he doesn't have our sympathy.
Sure.
Well, if he had come out to let us know that some things were not going clear, when the GFA president himself said that he was involved in team selection, and he had the boldness to say it is done everywhere.
Which way?
I don't know.
Which way? So please, viewers in Germany, Japan, Australia, America, Canada, please let us know. When they are selecting your players, are your FA chairman or presidents involved in the selection? Please let us know on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page, Adinkra TV NY radio. Okay, yes. Continue your point.
He didn't come out to say anything. That means he was perfectly okay with what was going on.
Okay.
So it gives us the impression that the performance we see is absolutely his fault.
Okay.
He has no excuse to say that it was because I didn't get this player, it was because I didn't get this thing. He had all the resources that he needed. That's why he called up to 74 players in about 10 matches. In about 10 matches, he called up 74 players, letting us know that this is what we are going to do. And there's no consistency in the team. There's no consistency in the performance. We don't know his philosophy. We don't know his idea. We know absolutely nothing. That's for CK. As for the GFA.
No, you wait.
Talking about
really emotional. Let's finish with the CK bit.
So for CK,
now, as you're talking about, normally, as a country, we are in the rebuilding stage. And normally in the rebuilding stage, what you have to do, for the past 2-3 years. So if you have somebody like CK, you don't call all sorts of players. You need to have a call.
Call them, please. According to him, call them.
That's what I'm saying, that he also shot himself in the foot. Because I remember in his first interview, he said that he was going to have a 40 call of players, and then
we just be tweaking it.
But then we see 74, 75.
Players from Colchester. There's a particular guy from Germany who was shocked that he was called. In fact, he thought it was a scam.
Yes.
He thought it was fake.
Oh.
It was Bernard Lepet, our technical director, who called him, and he was shocked. That is it the Black Stars?
Is it the Black Stars?
So when they even called him, he said he doesn't even have a Ghanaian passport.
Because he's not expecting. He knows that the level of football he has been playing for.
So the players down there,
My point is, are you trying to say that there are not very good players in this league?
Exactly not. We have players in Florida. We have players in Southampton. We have players that are playing top leagues. And you go and call second division players from Germany.
That is why the players are shocked.
Exactly. So he even said that maybe they have seen something in me. That
no. This is something in you. It is not God. It is not God. It is not God. As for God, God sees something in you have not seen. Human beings will see what you should see.
You should see.
As for this one.
And CK, in no instance, give us the hints that he didn't call them. He made us aware that he's in charge of the team.
Okay.
So he has shot himself.
So the results show, because the stats show that CK played 10 games, won 4.
Tell me the teams he won.
Wait. Let me say. Wait. I want to do it in a very calm manner. If you win 4, that's a 40% win. Which team or club would be happy to have their coach win you at 40%? That's it. I'm taking it. Don't mind. See, Arsenal, don't mind, sir. Arsenal won the relegation battle last week with Norwich with a very I won't describe that goal.
It was a clear goal.
He scored. So now Arsenal is no longer. Once you were celebrating about United and Syrians, Arsenal have moved to 16. They have been the biggest climbers on the team. So everybody needs to give respect to Arsenal. Yes.
But
so 40%. So he won 4. He drew 2 and lost 4. And as you are saying, the wins were against teams that were in very.
He won 1 against Sao Tome. Then the Wakaso won.
Yes, that was Ethiopia.
That was against
and
Ethiopia.
Then
against Guinea.
And I think against Qatar. 1 against Qatar.
They're not going anywhere.
What? And against Sudan also.
And you know, see these matches we won, we could actually see something happening.
No.
It was clearly the abysmal performance of our opponents. Like Wakaso's goal.
Sure.
It could have easily gone as a 0-0.
So what?
It could have
somebody will say that if Kwesi Appiah was the coach, even if we are not how do you put it? We will still play beautiful football. You can see the clear imprint. Something. Consistency. Oh. So CK Akuno.
There was a video of him threatening.
Yeah. I'm sure he knew that he had warned him that if they don't win the match,
he's out of tactics. He's out of motivation. His only option is to threaten them. If you don't score, you are not coming.
I want to put it on the record that CK one day would make a return. He will go back into the wilderness, go and sort his coaching tactics out, and then he will come back and then come and do it. Just like how Lukaku has gone from 2013, right? He went into the wilderness, went round, and now he has returned as a king. King Lukaku for
at least he passed by the palace in Inter. He became the king of the land. So he's but well, let's see.
Yes. So what about
but let's talk about the GFA.
So the GFA, so not the GFA. What's your point about the GFA?
There's so much to say about them. But just to look at immediately what happened. They sacked CK and they appointed a 3-member committee to look for a coach in 72 hours.
Don't find coaches in 72 hours. Tell them.
So that's what are they trying to tell us?
72 hours has passed.
Well, and I heard some reports that the instruction was to find them a coach, not to announce a coach. So they have found the coach, but they're waiting to do an unveiling.
They are lying. We are not children.
And to hear there's so much reportage, we have been linked with George Boateng, an assistant coach or a Aston Villa under 21
coach.
We have heard rumors about Milo, who is a 67-year-old coach.
Somebody made a joke that he wants Milo because Milo is the drink of future champions.
So the GFA, is he talking about, when I'm talking about Chelsea,
it's
about the love of the game. But when I'm talking about Black Stars and the management of football in our country, it's just so annoying.
Sure.
It's okay. I think we should.
It's getting a little bit more irritating now. But
I think our budget is about 100,000. You're not going to get any world-class coach for 100,000.
No.
The only coach we can get is CK.
But there are still good coaches. Good coaches. I mean, you know,
I believe
we are in a rebuilding project, and that is why I told you that we are not going to win the AFCON.
When the coach is saying they are rebuilding, you can trust them.
10 years.
Ghana, what are you rebuilding? You don't have any materials to rebuild with.
That leads me to the point I wanted to make. The point I wanted to make was that we need to work more on our youth teams, our
leadership. It's all about
under 20, and then infrastructure as well. This investment, it should always go. No, you know, you can't have success at the top of the tree when the roots are not good.
That's what I wanted to say.
The grassroots.
We claim a country that does not have money.
Okay.
Mysteriously, we are able to cough up 25 million for a World Cup. I am praying so hard we don't qualify. My reason is because let the money stay in the country. Let people give it to the slaves so that at least they used to buy cocoa and wash it in the economy. Than to give it to people who will take it out of the country. So for me, I don't want us to qualify for the World Cup.
Don't worry.
If we just take 1 million out of the 25,
we can still manage it
and invest in pram.
Oh, you always say this thing.
I know what that shows you what the mentality of our leaders.
Sure.
If we just get $1 million and invest in pram, we can have a world class training facility. We take our players to countries. We take our players to Europe to go and train in cold waters for tournaments we are playing in the heat of Africa.
Watch. Do you know that when you go to Ecuador, the weather is quite very cold there. We can even have a sport facility there, so that in case we have to,
we can all manage just about 2 pitches, a swimming pool, a decent accommodation. That's all will be enough. So we clearly tell us that our leaders,
it's enough.
You see,
it's enough.
Announce the coach in 72 hours, please. GFA, we are waiting for the coach. But 72 hours has passed. We give you another 72 hours.
It is still Black Stars.
Remember, you have a match in October. When is the coach going to come?
Don't worry.
Settle in.
I told you an interim coach would always stand in.
Okay.
If you look at we've had interim coaches. The Salaseta was an interim coach in 2008. Masoko was also an interim coach in 2014, 2017. Please, someone is interim coach. Yes. So that is it over there. But then, in midweek after Monday, we had the Champions League returns. I'm wearing the jersey of the European champions. Congrats to them. I know they are very happy to have the Champions League return. And in fact, I want to put on record that Chelsea might defend the Champions League. They might defend the Champions League. I'm a Real Madrid fan. We are the only team worldwide to have been able to do the back-to-back. We didn't just do a back-to-back. We added another one to it to make it a back-to-back. Now, I tipped Chelsea to be able to do it. My 3 top teams to be able to win this year's Champions League. Number 1, Bayern Munich. Number 2, Chelsea. Number 3, PSG. I know you argue with it, but number 3, PSG. So, the Champions League returned, and the games that were worth noting for most of us was number 1, Bayern beating. Bayern beating
Barcelona.
Bayern beating Barcelona 3-0. So all the results are on the screen in there. So first we had Young Boys beating Manchester United 2-1. I think that was the very first match this year, right?
That was yes.
Oh, Ronaldo. So Young Boys gave it to Ronaldo's team 2-1.
And I think Young Boys also won against Juventus 2-1.
Yes.
When Ronaldo was
I hear the Messi guys have used it against that. Young Boys only 2 wins in the Champions League against Ronaldo. I also hear Michael Owen has said that because Messi went to PSG, the PSG team is weak. And I'm like, hey, this agenda boys.
English.
So Sevilla, Salzburg was 1-1. Dynamo Kiev and Benfica gave us a 0-0. I mean, don't get 0-0 in Champions League.
I know.
Hey, UEFA should send, if they give another 0-0, they don't give 0-0, should send them to UEFA Conference League. With all due respect to those teams. So Bayern won 3-0 against Barca. Villarreal Atlanta was 2-2. Leo and Wolfsburg to another 0-0.
0-0.
We don't play 0-0 in Champions League.
Wolfsburg even got there.
Okay.
And Leo, tell me what's happening to them. Champions. Leo. After I don't know what did they have a max exodus of players? I doubt.
No, I don't.
So I don't know what because I don't think in the league that we won. I think they just won one match.
Yes.
Recently, but I don't think that.
Sometimes the excitement.
Well, it's early days yet, so let's see.
Juventus won 3-0 against Malmo, and then the defending champions Chelsea, they won 1-0 against Zenit St. Petersburg, thanks to Romelu Lukaku, King Luka. I know the Man U fans are seriously not happy that Lukaku has come, but one thing I've seen and I want to say is that Lukaku coming to Chelsea makes Chelsea a very formidable team, because Chelsea does not need to create 10 chances or 4 chances, just one chance. Lukaku will finish it. And you know, Lukaku has evolved as a striker.
His confidence is
high, and then the team has also welcomed him with love. But as human beings, anytime you feel appreciated and loved, you're able to bring your.
And there was a moment in the game where Mount had the ball, and all he was doing was looking for Lukaku. And I think there was somebody that was closer to him, but he wanted to get the ball to Lukaku. That's the kind of confidence I think Lukaku has attracted to himself in Chelsea. Like the agenda gets the ball to Lukaku.
Yes. And
I was really impressed as a Chelsea fan when I saw, even though Chelsea was not playing the ball was not really fluid.
Sure.
But I think even in our unprepared state, we are grinding good results, comfortable results. And I think that's the only reason that gives me confidence.
That's a mark of a championship winning team.
So in about 2-3 weeks, when the fluidity the team has come, I think we'll be. But we have City, so I think we have City
Man City next week.
And we have Juventus, so I would really like to see how those. And Barcelona, we have to talk about Barca. We have to talk about
let me land on King Luka. I want to pay huge respect to King Luka. I know people are seriously doubting Lukaku.
I think you doubted him.
No, I didn't doubt him. I didn't doubt Lukaku. My point is, watch. As a striker, when you go through such tough moments and you take your time, rebuild, and then come back. Now, one thing I'm actually happy for Lukaku was to have Henry Thierry as assistant coach of Belgium. You know, there are certain things about life that if somebody gives you the little tips and advice, it makes you better.
Before.
Yes. So you see that now Lukaku's control is quite good. Yeah. Not perfect per se, but then he doesn't waste time on the ball, because one thing about the very sharp strikers is you don't waste time on the ball.
Because he doesn't even get the ball.
By the time, look at the goal he scored, the second goal he scored against Aston Villa.
Yes.
Nobody expected him to shoot us at them.
And it was his weaker foot.
And his weaker foot as well. Yeah, and you know Henry was. So sometimes, actually, kudos to Thierry Henry, and I know Drogba has been speaking to him for a while now. So he has matured as a striker, and
as a Chelsea fan, we are hoping that Tammy is learning, because we need him to come back. We need Tammy.
That's to say that Tammy.
And I've been
also doing very well at AS Roma.
He scored the goal.
Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho as well. So
I think it's an encouragement to him that he will return as the king, hopefully.
That is when King Luka goes. So he will be
King Luka's replacement.
So he will be Father Abraham.
Let's hope the development goes as expected.
Yes. So it wasn't only that. On Wednesday the games, Dortmund won 2-1 against Shakhtar Donetsk. Yes, Sheriff won 2-0 against Shakhtar Donetsk. Another 0-0. Atletico Porto. That's for that one I understand.
Because it's
Atletico. As for them, we know them. So please, the Panthers who have been going on Atletico games, please, you know it. So don't do anything that will.
Suarez started. So
I say, but you know Atletico, they can give it to you. When you expect them to win, then they'll draw. Then you don't expect them, no, hit like 4 or 5 goals.
And you are wondering where's this coming from.
So then the match of Wednesday.
It was really an interesting match.
Club Brugge. PSG. Club Brugge PSG. For the first time,
I think it was a shocker.
Messi, Neymar, and then Mbappe played. And
the goal came from.
Please, we want people to know that it takes a while for them to gel.
But Messi and Neymar.
Don't worry. Let me tell you. Neymar left, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago. So it takes a while. They will gel. The team will gel. And that is why I'm still sticking my head out for PSG.
But the sad thing is that Poch will take the fall. And I'm sure if the Champions League, the group stage doesn't go as well, there are no blowing teams away.
Yeah.
PSG must advise themselves.
No, they will sack him.
They must sack him.
That is why I'm even confident PSG will do better. Because they will sack him and go and make a title winning coach.
Zidane?
No, by then we will know.
Antonio.
By then we will know. So my sticking out my head for PSG
is because
even when it doesn't go, they'll sack him and they'll go and make it.
You have no excuse. You really have no excuse
to have such a formidable trio, and not be able to score.
Yes. And I think Pochettino is just an upgraded version of Ole. He has not really shown. I think he lacks.
Yes. He's a good coach for developmental process. But some coaches, that is the truth about life. Everybody and where he excels at. So he's quite good for a developmental coach and stuff like that. Real Madrid,
a rebuilding
process as well. Yes. So Real Madrid won 1-0 against Inter, a late winner. Liverpool had to do a comeback,
a thrilling match.
Yes, to win 3-2 against AC Milan. That is some time ago. This match would have been one of the biggest matches. But it wasn't talking about because Milan has gone down for quite. In fact, it reminds us about 2005. Yes, 2005 Istanbul, the most memorable Champions League final ever. And then Milan had their revenge in 2007.
Yes.
Man City won 6-3. People are saying Man City, but personally myself, I think that Man City will be undone in the quarterfinal, semi-final. Because they don't have a striker.
There's rumors that are going for Hurricane in January.
Okay, let's see how if that happens. Because how Chelsea have solved their problem by buying a striker. All Man City needs to get an out because in the latter percentage of the Champions League, you need the tough teams.
And you won't score.
And you won't be able to score that up. You won't be able to
have chances.
And you need a clinical finisher to be able to do that. Then Ajax, Sebastian Haller.
West
Ham. So they won 5-1 against Sporting Lisbon. So it was so happy to have the Champions League back. And then, so now, what's your take about the teams? You want to talk about Barca? Which teams do you tip to win this year's Champions League? Looking after watching the first game.
Obviously, Chelsea.
Okay.
Is there.
It's not because you're biased. I want to put on the record.
That one, Chelsea looks as a good team. If we don't do the double this year, it will be difficult for us to do it. So I think now is the time for us to do it.
Okay.
Bayern Munich, you can't underrate them because of team chemistry.
And they played for quite a while.
Yes.
That is the good thing.
And hopefully Lewandowski will not get hurt.
Like last year against PSG. Yeah. No, but Bayern have tried to do this. Now, what they are doing is that they are bringing Thibaut Martin in the 60th minute so that he gets used to. Because that was what they didn't do last year. They never really, though playing in one of their cup games, they never really played muffin. So do that now. So in case, even in case,
he can manage.
Yes, he can manage
his game time.
And those things are also very crucial as well.
Then PSG. If Poch is not the coach, and I don't know why we are not talking about Liverpool, but I think Liverpool might get very close.
For me in the API, I think Liverpool are one of my top three. I've said it before: Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. Yeah. Now United want to make. So it means that I credit them. Yeah. Just that I think that the squad depth is not too much for both the Champions League campaign and then the Premier League campaign.
But I think I heard Jurgen Klopp's press conference, and for him, he believes in his first 11.
For sure, but normally at March, that is when the injuries start coming.
And we hope the AFCON to...
but the good thing is that the AFCON might end just before the Champions League would come back.
Hopefully they don't come back with an injury.
So you see that the dynamics can, but they will still do well. As you're saying,
I think
as
an AC Milan team, they really did well.
They did well
Having at the back of their mind that Van Dijk did not start. Obviously, I don't think those 2 goals maybe would have just been 1.
Sure.
And the attack was Origi who started. So I think if they could get such a good performance
it's good he starts playing the other players now. They all
warm them up
because the fact is in January he's going to lose Mane and Salah. So you need to start. So if he's able to do that as well.
I don't think Joe Matip will go. I think he has disappointed
Yes. So
I think Liverpool is. Let's not forget Liverpool.
Okay.
As for Barcelona,
please let's not add salt to their injury. Yes. So we'll take a short commercial break and then we'll come back and continue to talk about the weekend fixtures. Glorious Hearts of Folk are getting ready for the Champions League campaign, God willing, tomorrow, and then we'll talk about the fixtures for this week. So we'll come back very soon after the commercial break.
Just one more pick, JJ, please.
Oh, Mama. Really?
Smile. It's not every day my eldest son graduates.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Or without Auntie Jane's generous support.
Here is to Auntie Jane's well-appreciated World Remit money transfers.
World Remit Corporation is licensed as a money transmitter by the New York State Department of Financial Services, as a foreign transmittal agency by the Massachusetts Division of Banks, number FT 1179663, and licensed by the Georgia Department of Banking and Finance, NMLS 1179663, Massachusetts Foreign Transmittal License, FT 1179663.
World Remit, a better way to send money. Download the app or visit worldremit.com.
It is time to take charge of what you watch anytime, anywhere. Get to enjoy over 500 channels, which include foreign sports channels, news channels, entertainment channels, case channels, Christian and Islamic channels, local channels, international channels, and many more on Next Miss Digibox or the Nerago app. Rush for your Next Miss Digibox today for a cool 290 Ghana cedis, or download the Nerago app on your phone from Google Play Store or the App Store. To access the app, you can choose a subscription plan depending on your budget. Monthly subscription goes for 58 Ghana cedis. 6-month subscription goes for 46 Ghana cedis per month, and a year subscription goes for 35 Ghana cedis per month. All you need is the internet. Pay less for more on the Next Miss Digibox or the Nerago app. Pay way now per day.
Yo, Agona so. You can now have the best viewing experience on the Nerago app. First things first, download the Nerago app on Google Play Store or the App Store. Then get in touch with us for the provider's ID. Receive your username and password, and you get to enjoy over 500 channels, including your favorite local channels, foreign sports channels, kids channels, entertainment channels, and many more. Hurry, call us now on 03030984 or 0555648827. Agona so.
Welcome back to today's show. As we're having today's show, the lineups for today's early kickoff in the APL is out. Brentford with Wolves. I know the Fantasy League managers are really looking forward to see. So in Brentford, the lineup has Raya in post, Aja, Jansen, Pinnock, Janelt, Canos, Norgard, Baptiste, Henry, Ivan, Tony, and Imbuemo. Yes, the Fantasy League managers are looking forward to him. I know managers have sold Tony, some have downgraded to Mbwembwe, and so. But much of the attention now is Wolves because the Wolves defense is very, very good. So Wolves, we have Sarr, Kilman, Saiz, Cody, Ruben in a back three with Ruben Neves, João Moutinho in the middle with Marcel and Semedo on the in wing back position with a front three of Trincao, Jimenez, and then Traoré. Yes. So we look forward to how that game would be. What will be your prediction for that game?
I think a 2-1 in favor of Wolves. 2-1
in favor of Wolves, yes.
I think so.
So fantasy league managers I know would be looking forward to.
But Adam Matrari is disappointed. So 2-1 or 1-1. Well, I don't know. He needs to find his goal scoring boots.
Yes. That is to remind fantasy league managers that I am a fantasy league expert with my own show on YouTube, the FPL Ambassadors Show, after winning the Ghana's FPL League. So anytime you want FPL advice, you can surely check out my Twitter handle or even on YouTube for more info as well. So before we come to the weekend's game, let's talk about glorious Hasselhoff, winners of the Ghana Premier League. Double treble.
Treble loading.
Yes. In fact, what actually happened was that they were supposed to play their game against Guinea Club Industrial de Kamsa. They were supposed to play it last week. They returned their first leg in Guinea, but then the coup d'etat in Guinea meant that it's an unsafe place for them to play. So CAF has instructed that the game be played just as a one-off match in Ghana, Accra Sports Stadium. God willing, tomorrow is going to be in fact 3 p.m. kickoff is at 3 p.m. These are the ticket prices. So in case you want to go, the popular stand is 40 cedis, center line is 60 cedis, lower VIP is 100 cedis, upper VIP is 150 cedis. Let's go and support our team, our champions, league champions, Accra Hasselhoff, to win and then progress to higher heights in the competition, because we need more slots. Yes, we just have 2 slots. If they win and then they do quite very well, it will help the Ghana Premier League have more slots in there. What do you think? Do you think they'll be able to win?
Well, I think they'll go far. I think as for the Guinea, because of the coup, and I just think that will be too good for them.
Okay.
I think we would do well.
And
I think at this point they're representing Ghana.
So let's all give, including the Kotoko fans, please give your support to them.
With their lunch, Kotoko Twitter handle tweeted something. We'll talk about the lunch hour.
So that is to remind just inform, if you haven't heard, Hasselhoff have launched their jersey in preparation for their 110th anniversary in November, and then the Pumiman project is also on board as well. And there's been banter on social media about the jerseys.
For me, the jersey was nice, but I was talking to a friend who was like, no. He said, but the jersey looks confused like GFA or something. Like there's no direction. It's just, I said, for me, I think it was a cool jersey.
And I like the events, how they launched it. That is one good thing that I
think it delayed. We should have been doing this thing 3 years ago. But at least we have to be grateful that now we are doing it. And I'm sure, obviously, the good thing about these things that Ghana, we are susceptible to pressure.
Okay.
When somebody starts something, we all
want to do it. Sure.
But I'm sure Protocol is going to do something like that. And when Has launched their jersey, Protocol official Twitter page, I think, made a reference to the jersey as it looks like sack, or they use I think tie and dye. It's a tie and dye jersey by me. But it all just shows that we at least are encouraging each other, because Kotoko cannot sit down and let Hasselhoff take all the spotlight.
Sure.
And I think at least we are making
that's to say that one day of these days you see me one of the
highest. Yes, we would have
because we also need to support our own as well. Although my team, Liberty Professional, has been relegated, and Facebook just reminded me this morning that I made a comment about Liberty. I think about 3 or 4 years ago, they were battling with relegation, and I warned them that We have survived, but let's not play with it again. And they didn't listen to me.
But Liberty has really been a disappointment to them.
Yes.
All the players that have sold and you can't see anything to show for it. Bad stadium. The stadium, one of the matches, a snake.
Some people said it is called the Snake Stadium.
Yes, it's really. And when it rains, you can't get access.
Sure.
That's Liberty that sold big players.
Big players, sure. So let's not forget. So Accra House of Folk, Coach Samuel Boyd, we are looking forward to you winning. God willing, nothing but a win. Nothing. We don't want any stories as to.
I don't think
my substitution CK said the substitutions did not do well in the second half. I'm like, how much is this?
I think House of Folk is well prepared. They have not lost anything.
And Co. Yes, they even has Glasnawaku as well, which is very. Yes.
I just hope that they won't be shocked.
Okay.
They will know that. I hope by now they have decided that they are the champions of Ghana.
Yeah.
You are representing Ghana. Go with confidence. I just hope that, especially when they leave the country
okay.
and they go to visiting teams, I just hope that they will be able to contain the atmosphere, contain the pressure, contain the banter, and come out. Well, they really have a good
fluidity of the team,
chemistry in the team. It's all there.
Sure.
I think they should make us sure.
So that is locally here, God willing, tomorrow. So 3 p.m. at Accra Sports Stadium. In the Premier League this weekend, today, aside the Wolves Brentford match, the early kickoff at 11:30, Burnley face Arsenal. The Gunners. 16 plays the Gunners. They are going to shock everybody. By the time you see, they'll bypass Manchester United.
It will be a boring match. I don't know where the goals are going to come from. So I'm looking at a 1-1 or a 1-0 in favor of.
I tell you, it's going to be a 2-0 win for Arsenal. Liverpool will meet Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are doing quite very good.
Conor Gallagher. I'm really looking at his performance against Liverpool.
Yes, and in fact, people are losing track of the fact that Patrick Vieira is doing a good work there.
Yes,
bit by bit, under the spotlight with no much pressure on him. No media attention. Nobody's actually expecting anything from him. Yes. But I expect that the Anfield Stadium will roar once again.
But I think Crystal Palace should just make an impression.
Yes,
I don't think nobody's expecting them to win.
Okay.
But they should not go with their tails between their legs. They should go up, express themselves. Sure. I think this is a game that Wilfred Zaha would really want to send out the message that it's a Champions League
material.
Yes.
So those
who our brother Jordan,
please. Manchester City
and Eboué. Crystal Palace striker.
Yes,
I think
Edward, yes.
I think
we look for one good thing about him is I hear he can play on the left wing as well.
I think Benteke should go.
So it depends on the dynamics of how that will go on there. Manchester City, Southampton. It looks like De Bruyne, and I hear Manchester City have that kind of when they start scoring that 5 goals, and you come to their home, whoever you are, you take 5.
Well, Southampton, the last match, their defense
is quite good.
So I'm even hearing news that they will send Livramento to the middle and let Kyle Peters play behind him. So that in that they're playing 2 defenders at least to manage the pressure.
City pressure.
So I think maybe 2-0.
Let's see.
Yes, I think Southampton.
Then the relegation match 6-pointer, Norwich versus Watford. These two teams, my take is most of them will go.
They will go to relegation.
Watford is not putting any effort to score goals. Apart from the first match.
I forgot they were in the Premier League, frankly.
They came back. And you know when they came back, all our talk about Brentford and
yes, Brentford has taken the spotlight out of Watford.
Yes.
I think they need to make some investment in January.
And then at the 4:30 kickoff will be Aston Villa, Everton.
This will be a goal scoring match.
Yes, all the teams will open up and then try and
because they see themselves as equals.
So nobody will defend, everybody will. And Aston Villa actually played quite well against Chelsea. Yes. Just that the Chelsea defense is
and now Watkins' first match. So by now he has really played. But I'm sure him and Danny Ings will really
combine very well.
To the
starting for Everton is Everton have lost Dominic Calvert. He was my fantasy team on my wild card.
You had Dominic Calvert.
That story, I'll tell it one day. And Brighton will face Leicester.
This should have been like an easy match for Leicester, but Brighton have had a good start.
Yes. So and Leicester too are not scoring that much. I think they need to start playing Patson Daka.
Yes, if you start trusting him.
Because the guy is quite... If you're not in the Europa League, he scored a goal by the VAR.
It was a really nice goal.
They just told
and the celebration.
Oh, so sad.
So
sad about that. And then West Ham without Antonio will face Man U. And this game, there can be a shock in this game.
The upset would have been there if Antonio was
there. That would have been a clear. But
likely that Joe Bowen will start.
Gerard Bowen
will start. I think Varane will just put him in his pocket.
So it can end as 1-1.
I know obviously West Ham will play a counter-attacking.
Sure.
So how sharp the attack would
be.
And I think the defense. I hope Zuma would start.
But the only thing is, if there's no goal in first half, Man United will suffer.
Yes, because it will make West Ham have more confidence. And I think this is a game that Moyes should try and start Zuma. Just for the sake that he knows this player. He'll be able to bring his experience.
And then
the derby.
The London derby. Hurricanes Tottenham against Lukaku's Chelsea.
But I just saw a news that Marina Grasnoka and Daniel Levy are not on. They are not best friends at all. They won't even talk on phone.
Not at
the
all.
The only communication they have is emails. That's as far as they can go. So it just lets you know that
the rivalry is very serious. It's very serious as well.
And I think this game would tell me a lot about Harry Kane.
Sure.
Because Harry Kane already looks absent-minded in the Tottenham Hotspur team. If he doesn't show up in this game, I think Daniel Levy should advise himself and sell him in January. Because his value will
dropping.
Because it's clear that he doesn't want to stay.
He doesn't want to stay. Yeah. He'll try.
I don't think Son is back.
Son is not back.
That's why I think Chelsea will blow away Tottenham. Because Tottenham might not have...
But the only sad thing is Tottenham are losing some of their defenders. Otherwise, they would have kept a very solid shape.
So it's going to be Joe Rondon and...
So, let's see. But aside that...
I see a 3-goal win.
Okay, some games across Europe. Atletico Madrid will play Atletico Bilbao. That should be a very good game there. Yeah. And then Bayern Munich in the German Bundesliga will be playing Bochum today. And let's watch out for that. I think Cologne vs RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig have lost their coach to Bayern. But that team is a team that no matter... whichever coach comes in, because their scouting network is quite very good.
They have
the structure is very
That's
good.
Clear.
And yes. So we look forward to all of these games. We look forward to hearing the news of our new coach for the Black Stars, God willing, by the time we come back next week. We'll see if Ronaldo will be able to continue his exploits at Manchester United, and then Hearts of Oak winning the Champions League to make us all proud over the weekend. And we'll be back, God willing, next week, Saturday, 10 a.m. Let's Talk Sports show on the Adinkra TV NY with me, your host, Raymond Nketia, once again. Maybe Sam will be with us again, usually as well. Thanks for watching. We will meet, God willing, next week. Thank you.
Just one more pic, JJ, please.
Oh, Mama, really?
Smile. It's not every day my eldest son graduates.
I couldn't have done it without you.
All without Auntie Jane's generous support.
Here is to Auntie Jane's well-appreciated World Remit money transfers.
World Remit Corporation is licensed as a money transmitter by the New York State Department of Financial Services, as a foreign transmittal agency by the Massachusetts Division of Banks, number FT1179663, and licensed by the Georgia Department of Banking and Finance, NMLS 1179663, Massachusetts Foreign Transmittal License, FT1179663.
World Remit, a better way to send money. Download the app or visit worldremit.com.